Nothing about this makes sense. Well. Welcome back. I'm having a very slow morning. I got home rather late last night from Brooklyn after doing a portrait session, not for myself, but painting someone else. And yeah, so I just got done with my whole morning routine: gym, shower, stretch, breakfast, etc. And I kind of want to try something different today. You know, typically if I'm gonna draw on this bad boy, you know, I'll just like do that. But I kind of want to draw something on there, and if I like it, I want to turn it into a quick gouache painting, because I don't experiment with my gouache at all. And I would like to, I want to see what I can do when I use my imagination when I work with that medium. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. You already know the agreement we have between one another. And as soon as you clicked on the video, you should have had your stuff out. So let's do it. And I'm not anticipating this drawing to take a super long time. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but I just want to run it by the paper first. But yeah, the idea, since New York is getting warmer, is to go to the beach. You know, and I've been thinking a lot about like, okay, what is a beach sculpture? What does a beach sculpture look like? And like, more importantly, like, what do I look like at the beach? I don't know. Yeah, how are y'all doing? What's new in life? What you been getting up to? Who you been talking to? I hope all of your creative endeavors are slowly but surely bearing fruit. You know, the usual. See, here's where I usually get a little, I guess, I get a little nervous, because it's like, okay, what do I do? Right, rib cage. So ever since last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, when I did that painting of my of my girl, I wanted to do a painting, or not a painting, I'm sorry, like a quick video on Hilma af Klint. And so I've been doing research on her and her life, and she's such an interesting lady. Let me know down below if that's something you'd be interested in. I'm thinking about doing sort of a series of short videos where I don't go super duper deep into the artist or the person, but I kind of give you enough to make it interesting. And if you want to do more research, I'll put all of the links to my sources in the description. Kind of like the Picasso video, I had a really good time making that. It didn't take me a long time to make, partially because you know, I'm always researching Picasso and just kind of like trying to see how he did his thing. But yeah, I really want to make a video on Hilma af Klint. I think it would be fun. So I think we have a general idea for what I'm gonna do today. So I'm okay with this. So I'm gonna put this away and get my stuff out to make a gouache painting. Okay, so I was getting my stuff ready to do the gouache painting, and then I realized, like, I kind of want to do something quickly to just make sure I'm confident and comfortable with my sketch. So I'm gonna just make like I'm just gonna do a little compositional study. I don't do this for all my paintings, but I figure, like, since we're having fun and this is a skill or something I want to work on, why not, you know, practice having fun and work on how I compose a painting. This is going to be really sloppy. This isn't going to be super duper exact. So if that's what you're looking for, my apologies, big homie. Please don't take my lunch money.
I don't have nothing. Yeah, you got something. Why you tripping, Debo? Sure. Fuck, I knock your ass out.
Oh man, that's messed up. Why don't you give him back his chain?
What chain?
Yeah, what chain?
Yeah, I've just been trying to spend my days just getting better as an artist. And you know, as much as I love YouTube, sometimes I feel like I I focus more on the video than the actual work of art, you know, instead of seeing them both as the same thing. You know, like the video is just as much art as whatever I'm making in front of me. And so if the sun is coming this way, there will be shadow here. This will be in shadow. So all of this will be in shadow. I mean, pretty much all of this will be in shadow. And then, yeah, I think it would be boring, but I guess we could do it, right? Like, we'll throw the beach there, or we'll throw the water here. Try not to make this take too long, sorry, y'all. Sand, water, sky. Okay, so we've got our little, we've got an idea of what we're doing. Okay, now we can set up for the wash painting. I'm actually pretty excited to make this little painting. I feel like I don't know if I want to say this is me putting myself out there. I never do this kind of stuff, you know. I feel like whenever I'm working in my mind, I'm like, yo, it has to be for a project, you know? Like I have to justify my reasonings for being creative. And I don't know if that's because this isn't my super duper full-time thing yet. And so I feel like I need to make it worth my while, you know, like if I'm playing with paint, I need to be thinking about how I'm gonna sell it so my time being spent is justified. I don't think that's a super healthy way to look at being an artist, you know? I love making art and I would be doing this no matter what. And so I think me looking for justification to do the thing I love is wrong, and it taints my experience, so to speak, you know. And I want to get out of that, you know. I want to feel like I can make whatever I want whenever I want. I didn't spend all this time to not have fun and play with it.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so I think first things first is I want to get my sand on. I don't know what it's gonna look like, how it's gonna come out. I don't even remember what sand looks like. It's been so long since I've been to the beach. You know, I want to do different things for myself, and I feel like a part of being an artist is experimenting and learning how to play around and, you know, accept when you're out of your comfort zone. And I think lately I've been really trying to push myself to do that, especially here on the channel. I've been trying to do different things. So if you've, you know, seen any of the different videos, yeah, you know, that's just me trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Kind of like being an artist. There's no real way to do this, and if anyone's telling you, they know. So we got our sand in. So now, I know in my little sketch, I was like, I want to make the water super dark. Lately, I've just been trying to embrace not knowing more as an artist, because I feel like you get online and you look at everyone else and it seems like they've got it figured out. And I'm not saying this happens to you, but I'll speak for myself. It can kind of make you feel, or it'll make me feel like, damn, I'm behind, you know, but I'm right where I'm supposed to be, you know, just trying to learn how to accept that I'm where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be. I guess I say all that to say, looking at another person and their progress is a very fast way to lose momentum. And that's sort of a note to self. So I'm thinking about this painting, and this will probably be a primarily red, yellow, and blue painting. As y'all know, I have a massive love for Picasso and Matisse. I don't really talk about Matisse on the channel that often, but I love Matisse. And I love both of their paintings of people on the beach. You know, Picasso with his Bather series and Matisse with his. I think that they're some of the most beautiful paintings that I've ever seen, because they, you know, I feel like they illustrate perfectly the feeling of lounging. And I guess the sensuality of being on the beach. Picasso's in particular, well, I guess there's a long history of artists and nude bathers. Don't worry guys, hopefully this won't look so chopped. I want to extend my torso and then the leg. Sorry, I just kind of like got really quiet there because I'm like thinking about this painting. And yeah, I'm actually having like, let's just throw in this red rug. Or not rug, but like, I had to get that perspective right, otherwise that was about to look crazy. Okay, I want to spray this down and then I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna come back and like actually go for a second layer. Maybe we'll do 3 layers on this.
A few moments later.
I think it's dry enough-ish to work on top of, so that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, man, I feel like lately I've been thinking more about what kind of artist I want to be, and you know, I want to be great. You know, I want to be great at all aspects of the craft, and one of that, or a part of that, is being really good. Not really good, but being able to make stuff out of your imagination. And that's something I'm not that good at, but I want to be. So maybe I'll use this layer, put the shadows in. Also, this won't make sense, most of this, but that's gonna have to be okay. But yeah, I recognize that I'm not really good at making stuff out of my imagination. I'm a little better at doing it or making a drawing or a work of art if something's in front of me, because then I can I do better with reference than I do with, I kind of need something to lead me. Maybe I've said this before, but I treat being an artist like an athlete, and what I mean by that is, you know, I try to do things that would make me uncomfortable, work on the things or the areas I know that my game needs work, and this is definitely an area my game needs work. I'd like to think of this as me working on my left hand. I think a part of art is challenging yourself and making yourself be uncomfortable, and that's how you figure out what you need to work on. And I won't lie to you, right now I'm pretty uncomfortable. If not for the, you know, there's like the fact that I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. And this, doing this kind of makes me anxious because I don't really know where this is gonna end up going. But I guess that's like a part of the fun of it, is working on something, and I don't go on too many art adventures these days. I usually know where my stop off point is, you know, because the item in front of me will tell me when I need to chill. My shadows don't make no sense. Nothing about this makes sense. So I think I want to make this the final round of color. So I think I have no choice but to have fun. I'm not super confident in this painting by any stretch of the imagination. I'm actually very, I don't know, I feel like for me, and I guess this is why this is one of my biggest weaknesses, I don't know how to make something feel cohesive when I'm just like pulling it out of my brain. You know, like I don't know how to make it feel real. And that's like something I've been after for a very long time. And I feel like because I've been doing that for years, I kind of lost my ability to make stuff up, and I want to get that back. So I don't know. If you want me to do more of these, let me know down below. I will definitely be attempting these. Will they be good? That's a question I can't answer, but I'll get better at it. And so I guess that's like the only thing that really matters. Damn, I just got paint all over my shirt. That is a sign and a message to end this painting before I take it too far. Or maybe don't wear nice clothes. Who knows? One moment. Okay. So I wanted this, I had big ideas for this painting, and I feel like I failed on camera, and I guess that's okay, because that's the whole point of this channel, is to just try stuff, and sometimes it'll be really good and sometimes it'll be whatever this is. But I'm gonna keep working on these and I'm gonna get better at them, because that's just what I do. I work and I get better. I also, speaking of trying new things, I ordered my armature to make a sculpture, so that should be here hopefully this week. So I think I'm going to be making a sculpture this week. If you want to see me make a sculpture on camera, let me know down below in the comments. I want to say thank you for hanging out with me for this video. This was pretty uncomfortable for me, I won't lie. But whatever. If you made it this far in the video, can you put down in the comments it's okay to be uncomfortable? With that being said, though, I am going to get a head start on my dinner, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Griselda.
Hey, yo.